Reign of the Fossils. That's what this deck is about. Aerodactyl OP. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pokemon trainers and Poke fans everywhere, welcome to another deck profile of another custom deck here. Today we're looking at Aerodactyl. I've seen a lot of these decks running around, but I think I found one of the best ways to play this deck, and I'm going to show you guys right here how you can start stomping and have a lot of fun with this deck. So let's get into it right now, starting with our Pokemon lineup and our primary attacker of the day, Mr. Aerodactyl himself, looking very scary in this 3D-ish image. 130 HP, stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from Unidentified Fossil, which is actually a trainer card. So it's not a Pokemon, it's a trainer card that you have to put out, and then you can evolve the Pokemon on top of it. Okay, it does for 1 energy Supersonic, opponent's active Pokemon is now confused, and for 3 energies it does Fossil Fangs for 90, which wouldn't have been that impressive if it weren't for this effect. If you don't have any Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX on your bench, this attack does 90 more damage. So that's a whopping 180, which means you can basically 2-hit any tag team Pokemon out there in the entire game. Any GX Pokemon, 2 hits, they're gone. So, how do we play this deck? I'm going to show you. So this is our primary Pokemon. We're going to run all 4 of our Aerodactyls. To supplement our deck and to help us draw is the lovely and ever so cute Jirachi. So the Jirachi comes with 70 HP, Stellar Wish, you already know this. And there's 4 of these guys to help you draw the trainer cards. 1 Volcanion. This is just like a backup in case you can't recycle your Aerodactyl back, because like Aerodactyl's a primary attacker. I've just found like in certain games, if your Aerodactyl gets prized or multiple Aerodactyl gets prized, he's good to have there. But I'll explain why we're not running multiple copies of him. I was thinking of 2, but then I'll explain that in a second. Victini Prism Star. So, if you lose Aerodactyls, they're going to go down usually with 3 fire energies on them. That means 6 fire energies, Infinity can do 120 damage and also shuffle those back in. It could be a nice closer or something, or if you have more than that, it still will do the damage necessary and give you back those energies. So, mid-game, end-game sort of move. Pretty cool to have him in there. Just 1 Victini Prism for that. 1 Bench Mew to keep your fossils and Aerodactyls safe from those threatening bench attacks. And that concludes the Pokemon lineup. Only 11 Pokemon in here. Straightforward, nothing else. Just basics of what we need. The Volcanion is basically being run as a backup attacker for this. But the Fossil Dactyl himself is going to be our primary. So, looking at our cards, what really makes this deck work? So 2 cards in here. One of them, this is crazy, the Pokémon Research Lab. Yeah, this is a stadium card, guys, and what you can do is once per your turn, you can click on this and you can grab 2 Pokemon, or 1 or 2 Pokemon, up to 2, that evolve from Unidentified Fossil, which is basically our Aerodactyl in this deck, and put those Pokemon onto the bench, and then shuffle their deck. So if a player searches their deck, your turn ends. So, kind of has a turn-ending move there. But we want to get this out turn 1, and we're going to be able to do that with our combination of double Stadium Nav in lieu with Jirachi, Stellar Wish. Usually we get this out turn 1. I haven't had any problems doing that. We have a lot of options to get this into our hand. So that is in there. We have 3 of those. 1 Heat Factory Prism Star to help us draw cards from our fire energies, because that's what this deck is going to be running, in combination with the Welder. So, super duper card, obviously. Best energy acceleration, best draw power for this game right now. So we're going to energy accelerate our fire energies onto our Aerodactyl to get 3 energies onto him. We also have 4 triple acceleration energies for those niche plays to get those energies onto your empty Aerodactyl and surprise your opponent. Boom, burst, coming out of nowhere, 180 damage, smack in the face. And then your opponent has to think about what he wants to do next, if that Pokemon is even alive after that. Okay. So, Pokemon Research Lab, Welder, Giant Hearth. So, the Stadium and Welder plays are going to be critical in this deck. So, we're going to be running 2 Giant Hearth to get the fire energies into our hand so we can Welder onto them immediately, get our 3rd energy, and then slap it on the Aerodactyl. 3 energies ready to go. Attack, attack, attack. That's what this deck is about. We want to play as aggressive as possible. We're going to have multiple options to attack here most of the time. The real struggle I've faced in this deck is not running into the Research Lab and Welder's early game. You'll see in the Reshazard game that there was like 5-6 turns before we even drew into a Welder. We did win that game, but that can really stall your setup here, and things like that. Like even with the Pokemon Research, without the Pokemon Research Lab, you can still survive by getting fossils and Aerodactyls onto your deck. But we don't have any sort of Pokemon search in here, so you're basically reliant on Research Lab and Jirachi combination to draw out your Aerodactyls. But then we do have a lot of trainer search, so the Welders and other things will come through. We do have the energy search. So pretty much the unidentified fossil is the only thing you can draw, and that too with Fossil Excavation Map. So these are all items, and we're only running 2 of these because most of the time we're going to be getting out the Aerodactyls with our Pokemon Research Lab, but sometimes we'll have this on bench and then we can evolve one from our hand to have 3 nice Aerodactyls immediately, because this does end your turn, so that's like the one thing you have to consider. That's why the turn 1 or turn 2 is the best time to play that and get into that, and then you can like overlap it with your own Heat Factory or Giant Hearth depending on what you need in that situation. I'll show you guys in the gameplays precisely how to do that, like all the combinations. We got some really good games for this deck, and it is a custom deck, so I'm super excited about that it works so nicely in this meta. Budget deck for you guys to play. Nothing is really expensive in here apart from the Jirachis, and you guys should already be collecting those if you haven't. So get those Jirachis in here, start playing this deck. Super awesome. Messes with tag teams, messes with things like Lost Mars off meta decks, everything. So it's a budget deck that really can annoy your opponent with the ludicrous amount of damage we get from those Aerodactyls. So what's really cool about this deck? So this deck recycles our Aerodactyls, okay, and recycles our energies. We have Victini to get energies out of our discard pile. We have Fire Crystal. You can run 1 more Fire Crystal in here, but I haven't had the need, because usually with the amount of energies we're running and the triple accelerations, you should be really good to like wipe out your opponent's Pokemon before you even need it. But if you do, there's 1 in there. You also have the Victini to get your energies back and do some damage in the same turn. So 2 in 1 for you there. 2 ways to get your energies back. You can get Unidentified Fossil back with Fossil Excavation Map. This item here, you can grab it from your discard or from your deck, so this works as a search and also as a discard thing to grab your thing from discard. But mainly, Brock's Grit is the star of the show here. Shuffle any 6 combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. So that is what is going to help us get our Aerodactyls and our energies back from our discard into our deck, and we don't have to worry about evolution and running Unidentified Fossil, because we have Research Lab, and those will just put them into play directly once we use Brock's Grit. So that's the combo we're going in here. 2 Brock's Grit is more than enough to get this deck running fluidly. What else? Escape Board with the Jirachi, obvious combo. U-Turn Board for your Aerodactyls. All the Pokemon in this deck except for the one Volcanion have a single star retreat cost. That means these U-Turn Boards and Escape Boards are going to come super duper in handy. Another thing you could do is swap out these U-Turn Boards with Choice Helmet, double Choice Helmet, and then if you're feeling confident, maybe just toss in 1 more switch, find some space for that. Maybe like 1 less Cynthia, I would say, but you know, figure it out, guys. This is what I'm using. This has worked for me. The U-Turn Boards come in super clutch in certain situations. Maybe 1 U-Turn Board, 1 Choice Helmet is a good deal to play into those GXs. But yeah, that's what I'm using. You guys can run that. But those are the items. But tools. Did we do everything? Cynthia, Lillie, standard stuff for you. I think we got everything in here for triple acceleration. So yeah, that's the deck, guys. Let's get into some gameplays here so you guys can see this beautiful deck crush some GX Pokemon and other things too in this. We played against Quagnag, we played against Reshazard, like we played against some top tier decks and came out on top, and I'm really excited to show you that. Also, we're in #1 in our rankings on the Pokemon TCG ladder, like in the world's top 1% or something on the TCG ladder for the last ladder rotation. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to show you guys that. It's at the end, the screenshot's at the end if you want, at the end of the video if you guys want to take a look at that. But with that being said, let's hop into the gameplay right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here with game 1 of the Recycledactyl, and okay, that's my in-game mouse. I always get confused with that, my bad. Okay, Recycledactyl, that means we are going to be recycling the Aerodactyls back from the discard pile onto our bench. That's the concept. So we're playing this into Quagnag, guys. I wanted to put this game out first. We're also going to have a Reshazard game, I think a Pikarom game. There's a bunch of games in here, and they're all really good. We get to show off the strategy for this deck. We mulligan here. There's only 11 Pokemon in this deck, so we will mulligan here and there. But we got a Volcanion start, which I'm not too hot about. But we do have Research Lab. That means we're going to get our Aerodactyl right out from our deck onto our bench as soon as possible and take that route. So let's see what happens here. So we are playing into Quagnag here, and yeah, so that's a Caldeo. He started off with a Kyurem, and then we have Volcanion. So I'm looking to just like Stadium here, maybe grab an adventure bag and some items, but then that's pretty much it. I don't want to waste my Welders onto my onto my Volcanion here, because that's not really ideal. So we're just going to do this. That will be it for this turn. And then we're going to Welder our 2 energies onto the Dactyl over the next turn, basically. Draw 2 cards. He didn't get any energies. It's not a lot he's doing there. I think I go for the 4 here, because, you know, we have the turn. He didn't get to set anything up, and then we have all 4 Dactyls. Because our turn ends as soon as we use that, so it's like the best time to use it. On turn 1 and turn 2, as I said. So we have 4 Aerodactyls on the bench. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Like, these cards are... Aerodactyls are really, really strong, too. It's not like 180 damage coming off an non-GX Pokemon. Like, if we had a switch here, it would have been like the turn, like 3 attack and into this Kyurem, but he got the Ultra Space on his draw, basically, or something, and he was able to grab Poipole, and he had Naganadol in his hand, so his Quagnag is getting set up pretty well here, and then we're looking to Welder and then keep attaching energies and eventually swap this Volcanion back out onto our bench so we can start attacking with our Aerodactyl. He does have water Pokemon, so we don't want to like give him a free prize card with Aerodactyl or Volcanion. I'd much rather lose some Aerodactyl, shuffle them back into our deck, and then get them back out. That's like the only card you want to give up with this deck. Okay, so we do get the Welder in 3, which makes me really happy. I do Stadium Nav here. Unfortunately, we don't get even 1 heads. If we did, we would have gone for Heat Fact or Giant Furnace, basically, and then gotten extra energy cards that way. But still reasonably good here. We get the Adventure Bag out. I grabbed 1 of each, or I grabbed 2 because we don't have any Jirachi out right now. It's weird, like sometimes like even 4 Jirachi isn't enough to like get you a Jirachi. But yeah, so no Jirachi, so we just do that. I'm like, okay, I'll attach 1 energy. And then retreat out the Volcanion, and then, you know, we can go from there. But I think we get Reset Stamp this turn, which is super unfortunate. Oh, we got Crushing Hammer is what happened. So yeah, we lost an energy there. Kind of messes with my plan. I didn't want to waste the triple acceleration on, you know, the retreat or just to use it this turn. So I was like, okay, well, that's unfortunate. He did take a while to think about his moves there. So I think we got Reset Stamp in that. Yep. So we got Reset Stamp twice actually in a row. Like that first Reset Stamp gave us perfectly exactly what we needed. And then the second Reset Stamp was meh. We did end up with the Jirachi and Escape Board combo, so that was pretty nice. I don't know if we ended up using it at all, but we did get that. So I go Research Lab here just to get rid of his Ultra Space so he can't draw the other Nag. So we have the energy. We have no way to like switch, so go for the energy here. Probably Cynthia's the ideal move. Yeah. Although we have to shuffle that triple acceleration back, feels bad. And then we actually Cynthia in like a pretty bad hand here, like with triple Jirachi. And it wastes so much turns if we have to keep Cynthia like in order to get what we need. But yeah, like if we can use Welder to draw over Cynthia, it would be preferred in this. But yep, he does get his Quagsire out. So he's pretty much set up at this point. Double Naganadol. I'm just going forward here because there were like a lot of just like thinking turns going on. Yeah, you can see there was like a whole minute. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So yeah, this is our hand right now. We're at like Cynthia, Welder, triple acceleration. I'm like, okay, let me Stellar Wish and see if I can get the Stadium I need. I don't. I get another one of these. I'm like, I'll grab it. Just hold on to it. You know, whatever. Because there was nothing really useful there. So I can either Welder for 1 or I can Cynthia, and we need our Welders to like sustain the game. And I really want to use Welder for 2 so we can accelerate. So I pretty much Cynthia here. I'm like, I'm not going to waste a Welder on this hand. And we just basically go back into like an odd looking hand. Not a lot of useful cards. Like Switch and the 1 Fire Energy is not bad, so I just put it on him. So if we Welder for 2, it still might get us something. Retreat the Jirachi out in the Aerodactyl. And basically here is like our first prize of the game. It should have happened a lot sooner. It's just like we couldn't retreat the Volcanion out, and then we didn't get energies for quite a bit. We didn't get like the right cards to get him out of there and start attacking, so did take a few turns, which gave him like the full nag setup. It usually doesn't take this long with this deck, and I'll show you that too. But there are games, as I said, like there are games where you won't get everything you need, and without the right resources, it can really be a pain to get the game going. So he does have Crushing Hammer, and it was a really interesting choice. To like, I didn't know this deck ran Crushing Hammer, so he had multiple of these, right? Didn't he discard an energy earlier too with Crushing Hammer? I don't know. I thought he did. Am I getting the games confused? Because I know he knocked one off. Was that with something else? I don't know. I definitely thought there were 2 Crushing Hammers in there. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so he was running Crushing Hammer, which proved to be effective. He is going to knock out this Aerodactyl, so he basically wiped our board out of energies in this turn, which is really, really good of him. We only got the Keyram out with this Aerodactyl, and it's nice because we can actually one-hit this Keldeo if we can attack with Aerodactyl, but he couldn't stop the triple acceleration that I had in my hand. So I was like, oh wait, 2 energies, we're going to lose 3, so that's 5. We still have how many? 7 more energies in our deck, so it should be enough. Was the calculation. Unless, even if 2 got prize, 5 is still reasonable. We should be able to draw out a prize once we knock out a Keldeo. So we go for Jirachi. We do draw into 2 triple acceleration, which is super nice. I was like, I'll Cynthia the hand once I'm done with it. The idea was to use Brock's once there were 2 Aerodactyl in the discard, but I didn't want to waste a supporter turn next turn, was what happened, because I already wasted this turn, I didn't do anything. Just attacked this Keldeo because we were going to get that. 2 prizes is nice, and we drew an energy, so it's not the worst thing. And I didn't put my Stadium out because I was waiting for him to counter Stadium basically, and I didn't want to lose my Hearth. We don't have Welder yet, so we're in really no hurry to get fire energies into our hand. Which is basically why I was like, okay, I'll wait. I will wait and hold my Stadium because I don't need energies yet. The moment I drew a Welder is when I was going to play that Stadium, discard something for 2 cards and then go with Welder, but as we had some trouble getting into that, we had to run with triple acceleration. So yeah, he's gonna set up his Keldeo here. Eventually, just gonna go skip a little bit here because I don't want you guys to get bored. Quagnag setups can take time. So yeah, he does get 3 energies onto his Keldeo. And we got reset stamped again after he put up his other Keldeo. Luckily, we did end up with the triple acceleration energy here, which is pretty good. We did lose our entire hand, and our Stadium got out Stadium too by Blizzard Town. So pretty much, this Aerodactyl can't attack as long as the Blizz Town is active. Is the idea. So we got Heat Factory here. I was really risking it on that Welder to draw as a Stadium because I know there's still 2 Giant Furnace and a Heat Factory in there, so I was 3 Stadiums, we should be able to draw it out. I'm let me get rid of this first before I forget, because that means I can't attack, and then I draw in again to see if I can get energies, but I don't, so I'm oops. And then I drew a switch, so that got me thinking. I'm okay, this will probably kill him. Let me give him an Aerodactyl that's not, you know, that he's not able to one-shot, basically. We did get the Welder here, but we don't have energies this turn, so I'm okay. I'll play Cynthia next hand, depending on what we get. So basically all we need is a Welder and 2 fire energies, so I was alright, I'll Cynthia, we'll probably get a Giant Hearth. And then we need to take out one more Pokemon here. So we basically just one more Aerodactyl ready next turn and win, is the idea. So he plays his Keldeo here, goes for like a full setup and then retreats his Keldeo back. I don't know what the point of that was exactly, because he only had one. Sorry, I went too far. So yeah, basically, he retreats his Keldeo back, and I honestly don't know what he hoped to achieve here because he only had one prize card left. So that was pretty much the game. All we needed to do was like Cynthia or Jirachi into like a Welder switch or something. Even a Welder or triple acceleration energy would have done it. I think we get one of those. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the game here. He doesn't really have... We have 5 prize cards left. That means he has to take out 5 Aerodactyls or 4 Aerodactyls and a Jirachi to win. So that wasn't happening. That's game 1 with the Recycle Aerodactyl for you guys. Let's get into game 2 here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with game number 2 with Recycle Aerodactyl. That's what I like to call this deck. And no, it's not Recycle Energy, it's the actual Aerodactyls that we're recycling. I'm going to show you how this deck works. Hopefully we get a good hand to show this deck off, as usual. No basics, so we're going to mulligan here. We're looking for Jirachi. Yeah, that's nice. That's okay. Opponent had no basic. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bench the second one too. See if we get an Escape Board or... We're looking for the Stadium card first, right? So we can get some Aerodactyls in play. Trying to find a reset stuff. Okay. Not too bad there. No, this is really gonna affect us. Oh boy, he mulliganed 4 times, so you get a whole hand here. Okay, choose Pokemon to start on your bench. I don't think we need bench Mew. It's Reshazard, so we're gonna save space. Yeah, I'm gonna Stellar Wish, see if I can. Okay, we got switch. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, hopefully we have 2 in our... Yay, we do. So that's all 4 Dactyls. We're gonna get 3 on the board now. Let's see if we can draw into an Escape Board next turn and get this going. Whew! Getting that Stadium card first turn. Giant Hearth works for us too, so that's actually pretty good. Get some extra energies there. If we draw into Welder, that would be superb. Escape Board and then Welder would be also superb. But options. Like, this is the one deck I don't feel afraid playing Reshazard into, because we do 180, and even if he knocks our guy out, we knock him out next turn. So Choice Helmet doesn't help. The only thing that helps is like outright healing. Okay, we got a Lillie card. I'm gonna go ahead and use that, see what we draw into here. Okay, we need a Welder card here, that would be great. We got Cynthia, Heat Factory. No, I'll just play, I'll wait it out. I'll wait it out. He's gonna get this Jirachi, unfortunately. I don't know why it's so hard to get a Welder card. I'm not gonna play any of these things. I might Stadium Nav next turn depending on what we get here, but yeah, he'll get the Jirachi. That's unfortunate. Normally we'd at least got 1 Escape Board. The U-Turn boards are actually for the Aerodactyls themselves, so they can switch out in case we need to. Oh, double custom catcher. So he's going for the Aerodactyl here. That's fine, I guess. It sucks because, you know, we could have gotten an attack off if we drew an Escape Board or Welder or anything, but that's fine. We'll take it. He's gonna have to double blaze here. A little greedy, but I'd say it's pretty worth it for him at this point. Because we would have gotten 180 off next turn if it weren't for that. So we'll take that double blaze. He's going to get a flare strike off. He's definitely not going to have another custom catcher, so let's play it out here. See, okay, there's the Escape Board, finally, right? We just need to draw into Welder this turn. Stadium Nav, another U-Turn Board. Like, we're not having the best set luck here. Where are all my Welder cards? Oh my god, this is terrible. Oh my god. The struggle of trying to draw into like a Welder here. This is nutter. Alright. Hopefully this turn just no Welders whatsoever. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I guess it's gonna have to be the ever slow manual attach. I'm not gonna waste that Escape Board. Because this Jirachi's dead. Did I already retreat this turn? We can have that. We'll stall him for a turn hopefully here. Okay, that's about all we can do. We know he doesn't have any more custom catcher, so he gets a fossil this turn. Like, one Welder would be enough to do things here, but like I don't know what, maybe they all got prized or something awful like that. Because it doesn't seem to be four Stellar Wishes now and 2 Cynthias and like not a single Welder. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate, but let's see if we can turn this around here. Because he's just going to get a fossil this turn, not super scared of that. And even if he wants the fossil, he's going to have to, whatchamacallit, flare strike, which means that if I put a full health Jirachi up there, he can't kill it next turn. Because he already double blazed. Yeah, so if he flare strikes for this, we get another turn. If he outrages for this, we still get another turn, which is fine. We don't get to retreat it, but okay, actually that heat factory may help us because we're struggling to draw out what we need here. This is actually an unreasonably slow start for this deck. Like, we had one Welder. It would have already been over, but super unfortunate that we weren't able to get one till now. There it is! Finally. Okay, let's go. Whew! That took forever. And a triple acceleration. Beautiful. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Stellar Wish. Brock's Grit, Aerodactyl, 2 energies. We have all 4, right? He already has a heat factory down, so we don't need that. We don't need that lap yet. Okay, we'll grab this. So big hit there. Even if we lose this Aerodactyl, we're ready to go next turn. He can do anything he wants, and 90. If he has another great potion, then we're in a little bit of trouble here because we don't get to Oko this, but hopefully we can set up around it. Yeah, it took way too long for us to get what we needed this game, but we will try here. That heat factory is helping the draw like crazy, and we couldn't get a welder for like 4 or 5 turns, so that really sucks. Even like a triple acceleration early would have been good, but just the luck of the draw. It happens. It happens. What's gonna really suck is he's just gonna attack us with this guy and eventually just retreat him before we can kill him. So that will, yeah. So he has us full setup pretty much here. Yep, so he's pretty much just going to retreat this Zard, put in the other Zard. We'll see if we can pull off our recycle here next turn. So we're gonna need multiple dactyls to take him down. Multiple dactyls. Alright. So he's got like, yeah, he got the best setup ever because we weren't attacking for like 4 or 5 turns. But let's see if we can make a turnaround here and win this game with a wallop. Oh, so there's the outrage for 70. He didn't even end up getting that attack down. So we have some options here, to be honest. There's one in the discard, and there's one more. Is there one more in the deck, or did they get prized? I can't remember. We can do several things here. Okay. I want to wait till this Dactyl is gone to use Brock's Grit. That way we get 2 Aerodactyls back, which makes a lot more sense to me than just the one. So we can either put triple acceleration onto him and attack him. So no matter which Aerodactyl we put out there, they're dead the next turn, right? So let's do that. Let's not use Cynthia. I could use Brock now. Grab like 3 energies from the Aerodactyl back. And then Cynthia, or I could Cynthia now. Yeah, I'll probably just do that. Play Cynthia next turn. We'll see if he retreats this Charizard now or not. Because he outraged last turn, so yeah. So he switched the Charizard out. Volcanion's gonna take out this guy, we take Volcanion, but hopefully we get a turn in between to set up here and get our Aerodactyl back. Would have loved to wait another turn, but we're wasting a supporter turn on that. So that is pretty much why we did that. There is the Aerodactyl. That's really good. Nice, we got Research Lab too. So, yeah, let's wait a turn. Like, we could probably throw it out this turn, right? No, let's wait a turn, because we need to attack this turn, so we're not going to use it this turn. Have we attached our default energy? Yes, we have. We have 2 Jirachis. Let's go ahead and fossil things. So if he wants to kill us now, he has to bring out the Reshizard. It's pretty much his only option. So we definitely get the Reshi. And then we can use our Research Lab to grab our last... just wondering how many of these he has, because I swear he's already used like 1 or 2. It's gonna be a close one. If we do win though, it's gonna be super duper close. I'm just curious how many more potions she has in there, because she already did the mixed herbs, potions. There's a Lucamine, so he might be looking for more potions next turn. Reset stamp doesn't really affect us. You can take it. Not super. Actually, you gave me a welder, so probably better. We can knock out his Lysander. Yeah, so his resources are worn down pretty thin at this point. Okay. Oh, that is... wait. Damn it, I want that too, but that might have to wait. Alright, sorry there. I was just thinking of like our options here, but this is the literal best play we have right now. We could put this energy on Volcanion if we need, just in case, but yeah, pretty much this is it. We get the Reshi knockout here, and then he can't KO us unless he has like Welder, energy cards, like everything he needs pretty much. Okay, Giant Hearth is super good for us. Switch is super good for us. Okay, Welder. Would have liked an energy, but we have Giant Hearth, so that means we're at least getting 2. Pretty good. Pretty good. He's not going to be able to knock us out this turn. I don't know if we'll have an extra turn to use Research Lab, though, or not, to be honest. There's the reset stamp. I love this guy. This guy's, like, equipped with just item cards everywhere. That's fine. I mean, we'll probably survive it. He's not gonna KO us this turn, so 2-2. So if I knock this guy out, he gets his Reshi out. I don't know if he has energies left for his Reshi or not, because he has consumed quite a bit, right? No, 2, only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 cards left. He's playing Lucamine, it looks like. We just did 1 turn in between to play our Stadium and get our other 2 Aerodactyls out, pretty much. That was interesting. Is there an... yeah, there's an... I could probably do that. Alright, let's go. Nice. We don't need this anymore. We're not gonna waste a turn on it. Basically, we're gonna go for the map from the discard into our hand. Grab that. Play this out. Oh, actually? Yeah, he could take the Volcanion if he wants. We pretty much win right here. Okay, figured it out, guys. Here it is. 110 onto the Reshi. Now I don't think he has any hope of switching this guy out anymore. He has to commit. And then we close out with Aerodactyl FTW beating up a Reshizard even while giving him 4 or 5 turns to set up, guys. This is what this deck can do. You recycle the Aerodactyls, you just stall your energy. I mean, you're doing damage, you're not even stalling, right? You're just not giving your opponent a chance to recover by constantly pumping out 180 damage almost every turn or every other turn. And then they're forced into situations like this where it's awkward and now they have to attach energies on... Okay, so he played green, so he's looking for healing, if anything at all. I don't know how many potions he has left in there. So he's going for the switch. That doesn't help, because honestly Volcanion doesn't have the damage to take out our Volcanion. So he got the double switch off, and he's going for the Volcanion attack, so let's see how this works. Because he wants to attack, and then I attack him, I don't have the damage. Something like that, basically. But we'll see if we can Jirachi our way into the last Welder here. Okay. We pretty much just need an energy. I attach. Yeah, so we do need the Welder for sure. I'm just thinking, if I don't retreat him, he attacks, and then I lose 1 card. I put the Aerodactyl, and he retreats, gets his Charizard out, attacks, and wins. If I retreat him into the Aerodactyl, alright, Welder or triple acceleration FTW. That's pretty much our only option here. Pretty cornered out game. Lucky he had the double switch, honestly, or else he wouldn't have been able to do that. Alright, triple acceleration for the win. There it is, boys and girls. A long played out game. We got stalled on the Welder several times over. But finally, we closed this out against the big bad Reshizard. She thinks she has it. We'll let her have that for this. Doesn't matter how many Welder, like she almost drew out her deck too. 4 cards versus 22. Just 1 card, 1 card. So like 1 more turn of stall or something, and it would have been over that way. So either way, well played, well played. Commendable effort. there's no more potions in there. That's the problem. You already used your mixed herbs. Everything you could do to heal up. There it is, the triple acceleration for the win. 180 damage, closing out on the Reshazard. Even with that, there were two welders in the prizes, guys. Like, we started out that game like 4 or 5 turns, just no resources. But a 190, almost 1200 damage off of this one Aerodactyl, guys. You see how awesome this deck is? Like, yeah, it's intense. Like, you get the Aerodactyls back, and it pretty much just stalls your opponent to the best. Like, we did more damage than his Reshazard with the stage 1 Aerodactyl non-GX. Like, that is nuts. That's nuts. Like, he had 2 Reshazards in there, and we out-damaged him with our Aerodactyls. Won the game. We didn't heal anything. He healed 200 damage too, so he basically healed an extra Aerodactyl attack, which is like game bet, right? That's game turning. Played 34 trainer cards versus our 23, because we were like capped on resources the whole time. Like, I'm thinking maybe like Choice Helmet would be a good inclusion for this deck instead of the U-Turn Board, but like U-Turn Board is helpful in certain situations. So I might go like 1 less U-Turn Board, 1 more Choice Helmet or something like that, or in some combination there. But that's the recycle Welder Aerodactyl for you. Recycle your Aerodactyls back with Brock's Grit and your energies, and just keep harassing your opponent till you make them consume all their resources to try and win the game. So that's it. I'll have one more gameplay for you guys, and the deck profile is already made, so that'll be at the start of this video. So if you haven't seen that, scroll to the beginning. If you've already seen that, this is the games, and hope you like this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another game of the Recycle Aerodactyl. We are going to be recycling our Aerodactyls back into our deck for the win. Let's see if we can get a decent hand to show this deck off. Oof. That start though. We don't want Aerodactyls in our hand early. Like, 1 is fine, 2 is bad, because we don't know how many are in our deck. Okay, pretty good. Jirachi start is always good. We are going second here. I would have liked to go first and immediately get an attack off, but that's fine. That is fine. And Giratina, so this is like gonna be annoying for us, because it's gonna one-shot our Aerodactyl, so our damage isn't really gonna matter here. Also, he gets to recycle his Giratinas way better than we get to recycle our Aerodactyls, so I don't want to put Volcanion down yet. Or sorry, don't want to hit my button yet. Pokémon Research Lab, Fossil. I'll grab Giant Hearth. Escape Board would have been nice, but no such luck this turn. Gosh darn it, I don't want to play Volcanion yet, but because he does 110, right? That's not really useful for us this match. Okay. Only 1 escape board for this game. Lols. Okay. Alright, let's grab our guys. Okay, we have all 4. It's actually pretty good. We could probably kill him next turn. If he doesn't get a basic, he's in trouble. Yeah, he doesn't like that. He's like, nope. I do not like your stadium, friend. No basics, it looks like. That's gonna be a problem, sir. My deck sets up faster than yours. I don't need Inkcase. I just need this one stadium card, Pokémon Research Lab. Like, this is so broken, guys. Like, being able to get a 130 HP stage 1 Aerodactyl out, like T1, Yeah, so game's over here, right? Game's over, we just take the win? Alright, we'll take the win. Yeah, I'm sorry, friend. You would have done the same to me, though, if you had been given a chance. You would have done the exact same thing to me. We could have probably discarded the Volcanion there. We just had the full Welder energy shenanigans. Yeah, I would have probably been a better idea. I goofed, but that's alright. We'll survive. Fossil Fangs! Boom, for the win. I was just seeing what we would get there for consistency purposes. But yeah, you see how fast we set up there? Like, ideally, that should have been our setup in the Charizard game, but no avail. We did not get, like, even a semi-decent... Like, no Welders all game that turn. Like, this is reasonably how we want to start, but the game is over before it even begins. So we'll do one more game so you guys can actually see what this deck is made of. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another game of the Recycle Aerodactyl. The objective of the deck is to recycle Aerodactyls back into our hand or onto our bench and win the game. So let's see if we can get a decent hand to show this deck off. The last two games were pretty incredible, guys, so if you haven't seen those, I would strongly suggest viewing it for your own viewing pleasure. Victini has 1 retreat cost, but he's so useless early. I'd rather just have the Volcanion out there. No. Would I like to have a Jirachi? We have 4 Jirachis in here, but we did get that start. I like his card sleeve. Very cool. Poipole, Poipole, and Poipole. We're going first, right? So we don't get the Flare Starter. Oh boy. All 4 of them are in there. That's pretty good. Let's see how fast he sets up. Like, if he doesn't set up quickly, we're gonna start knocking these purple out left and right. Is this Quagnag or something of the sort? Might be. Oh, electric energy is interesting. Interesting. I see psychic energies and we see like water and Quagnag. I'm sure there's a fire one too. Unfortunately, we can't abuse our heat factory this turn. Because we didn't get a fire energy card. So we'll just evolve our Aerodactyl. Yeah, Flare Starter's not really gonna help us right now, so let's just go ahead and grab that last Dactyl. Get our setup done. 4 Aerodactyls, turn 2, guys. Would have been nice if we could draw a fire card or something. That's alright. I don't mind if the Volcanion goes, like, he's not my concern. Triple Naganadal. It's crazy. We have multiple options here. We could go for the victory. That's a definite option. Like, we could just win the game. Just tell our opponent to hit that FF button, you know. Alright, we'll get into one more game for you guys, and try to find a long one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another game of the Recycle Aerodactyl. Hopefully, we get a good hand to show you this deck. The last game, we pretty much just won, because, yeah, because we did. Our setup was just too beastly to bear. You have no additional Pokemon to play. Oh, pish posh, polygosh, applesauce and all that. Just broken. Wow. If I do say so myself. We only have 1 Aerodactyl? Are you kidding me? And 1 in hand? That's horrible. That is horrible. Might have to FF this game because we don't have enough attackers in the deck. It's a Mulga Electromagnetic Radar. We are in trouble, boys and girls. We are in trouble. Multiple Aerodactyl have been prized. He's nuzzling away, I say. Pokecom the Amonga. No? Tetene the... Why would you want to... Oh, is it just to thin the deck early? Okay. Interesting strategy. An interesting stratagem there you've developed, Colonel. Oh boy. Okay. Thought he was one of those people that was gonna take like 15 years to play a turn. That'd have been annoying. Ten energies, 2 Aerodactyls, the tightest squeeze possible. I don't even know what to do, because I feel like if we don't attack, if we attack, there's like just so many problems right now. Can't even begin to fathom the issues right now. This if we draw another Aerodactyl, that'd be super awesome. Oh, nice. We did manage to get that out of there. Okay. Now we can. Now that's possible to do things. If you were just stuck with the 2 Aerodactyl, it would have been impossible. Even now, if he like gets an energy and his stadium card like immediately one after the other, we're in trouble again. We need 2 turns. If you can knock out this Pikarom, then things are possible. Yeah, so he's gonna switch this out into the Zapdos. Super annoying. Oh, never mind. The victory, okay. We didn't have enough Aerodactyl, but he didn't know that. So, let's get into one more game. Trying to get a long game for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so we are back with another game of the Recycle Aerodactyl. Trying to get a long game for you guys. I've just gotten multiple, like, people just forfeiting, looking at the setup. And running off, like no Jirachi even the Volcanions start scaring people off. Oh, give me the Jirachi. Give me that juicy Jirachi. 1 in 15 chance of getting that, right? That's the best chance you have first turn. 1 in 15 chance to get any card. And that increases because hey, at least we got our lab and heat factor, I guess. Not the worst start possible. Jirachi would have been way better. Because there's no, like, you have to get Fossil turn 1 for this guy to be effective. And even then you have to go second, so, like, really we just didn't have any more, Pokemans. I wish this guy was in our deck, and we could have just done a second turn of that and gotten all 4 out here. What kind of deck is this? Ghastly? Curious. We don't have anything. That's why I want to draw cards right now. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I'll deal with 3 Aerodactyl for now. Then we have Hearth to draw us more if we need to. We can get rid of this Ghastly right now. Get ourselves an easy peasy prize card to start the game off. And then we get another Aerodactyl next turn. We can Heat Factory this and then Hearth over Heat Factory for more energies basically. We probably won't need Stadium Nav anytime soon. Okay, so he was giving that up because it was all part of the secret plan. What does this do? Your opponent attacks the Pokemon so poison, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't really bother me. Because either you kill the Aerodactyl or you don't. Like it doesn't. We're gonna be wiping his Pokemon out like every turn once we get like a Welder or a triple acceleration out. Basically, the poison isn't gonna hurt us. Like he can go ahead and knock him out. Like it doesn't phase this deck, guys. It does not phase us. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what we get here. Escape Board, Stadium Nav. Alright, I'm gonna play that out. Put this on this guy. Put this guy here. Put that on him. And then we can Cynthia. I could have probably used Switch, but I feel like he's gonna come out again. Oh, it's so hard to draw out these like Welders. U-Turn Board would have been better on him. That way we could have saved the Escape Board for Jirachi, but that's the way it is. So. Yeah, I'll probably go for this turn. At least it accelerates our Aerodactyl a little bit. Okay, there's a shrine coming up. It's just to knock off our Giant Hearth. What does he do? Put 6 damage. Okay, that doesn't affect us. That doesn't affect us either. We have no GX Pokemon in here. What does he do? Okay. That's fine too. So this is pretty much like whatchamacallit, like anti-GX deck that he's playing with, at least. Okay, finally got our Jirachi. Oh, now we get the Welder, but we don't have stadiums. This is jokes. Can you do damage to our bench Pokemon? Yeah, we'll throw the bench me out there. Victini. Not useful. We might have to Cynthia again next round too if we don't get Hearth. What does this do? It's not asleep and poison. That might be a little bit of an issue for 70 damage. If we wake up, it's fine. If we don't, that's a problem. But how many triple accelerations can you have, right? Wake up, please. Please wake up. Oh my god. Okay. No wake up there. Oh, but we do have the triple acceleration, which is nice. Okay, switch into Jirachi, triple acceleration on him, Cynthia for a new hand. Oh nice, Stadium Nav, awesome. Nice. So we can get these two. Giant Hearth, that. 2 energies. And then Stellar Wish. Oh, cool. We got the other fossil, so that's our 4th Aerodactyl of the game. So this is like now turning into the perfect setup slowly here. Now we can retreat you, get you out because you're fresh and you have no damages. Fossil Fangs. Nice, and the other fire energy, so this guy's going to be ready to go next turn, in case we need him. He's just throwing out like the stadiums to knock our stadiums off, but we're good at this point. I feel like we're okay. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Welder here. Just because I don't want to lose this set of cards again. It's gonna be impossible to find. We have triple accelerations if we need them. Okay. Fossil Fangs. So I think his deck is completely reliant on sheerly just... If it were a GX like deck we had, then it would completely mess us up. But he's gonna have more Gengars, but he's already used what, 2 triple acceleration energies? So he has 2 more in there. And we have Aerodactyls for days, and we have Switch for days. So now I'm not really concerned. Like even if he puts our Aerodactyl to sleep, because we can switch triple acceleration with a brand new Aerodactyl, and so on and so forth. Basically, not let him take any price cards till we really need to. So he's going for slacking here. If he gets the slacking out, we lose this Aerodactyl. But that's alright. There's a reset stamp for 2. We have like a decent bit of Lillies and things still left in there, so it's not the worst thing. Okay, so even if he did that, there was just nothing more to do there. So hope you enjoyed this, guys. This is a new custom deck with Aerodactyl, using the fossils, abusing that Pokemon Research Stadium card, and just turning your opponent's day into a bad one, because these Aerodactyls, oh boy, do they do a lot of damage in just like a short time. They're easy to set up. They're easy to do damage with, especially with how broken Welder is. Really makes the deck super consistent. We like in a good game, we always end up taking way more prize cards than our opponent. And if you play it like right, switching between your Aerodactyls, you can really just like deny your opponent prize cards while you're doing insane amounts of damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you like this custom deck. Like and subscribe for more great Pokemon TCGO content, and links to other great custom decks and videos will be down below in the description for you. So have a good day, good night, wherever you are. This is your favorite Dr. Professor Oak signing off.